There are moments in your life where you'll decide to take yourself more seriously, right? Typically, these moments are going to be massive points and massive moments of trauma where you have no control over what happens to you and you deal and experience a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of sadness, a lot of anxiety and stress. But I want you to know that if you've felt any kind of awful trauma in the past couple of months or even years, maybe in childhood, it's very easy to allow that to haunt you and to destroy your belief system and what you think you deserve and what is normal. But in all reality, what you can go ahead and do is allow that trauma and that experience to become a decision that you make today, that you'll never allow something like that to happen again. It's because you give yourself power to make decisions that can change your life, right? The one thing that I'm so thankful for is that over the past 2 years, the reason why I've gotten to where I am now is because I decided that once I made a decision that was wrong, which is going into trades and construction, I didn't allow it to define me forever. I didn't say this is it and I'm never making a change again. I didn't say this is my decision, I gotta suck it up and I gotta cope. I said, you know what? I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I'm ready to make a change and I'm ready to do something different, even if it takes twice or 3 or 4 times as long as I ever wanted it to, right? Getting to my desired outcome, for the longest time, I didn't think it was for me, right? I remember being 10 years old and oftentimes my parents or people around me would say, that car those people are showing off, or that thing isn't for you, or that money is worthless, or these kinds of limiting beliefs. And deep down, I always wanted that stuff, right? I didn't know why, but I did, right? And for me, it was a case where I couldn't keep putting that down forever. And when I finally became, I guess, more of a man, and I was out by myself, 17, 18 years old, that is when I realized I now decide what I believe, and now I decide what I do about it, more importantly than anything, right? So what I believe some of you guys should do is, if you've experienced hard things in your life, right? If you've experienced beautiful things in your life, for example, me, at the times I spend with my girlfriend, seeing a future with this person gives me so much power and energy because now everything is now put into a different perspective where my dreams are not just dreams, this vague reality that may or may not happen, right? But it's something that's becoming real because the person who I see in my future is already here with me, right? Some of the people that you work with, knowing and dreaming about where you want to be with them, once you feel so good with that person, gives you energy and power because you believe strongly that that piece of your future is already here with you right now. There's just a couple more things you got to do until you get there. But I hope I'm making sense of everything that I'm saying, right? The point is that when you have these moments in your life where you realize you got to take yourself more seriously, cherish them. And those traumas you've experienced in the past, they're not really traumas, right? Those are moments where you really can make a decision, even in the future, to go back and say, this means something different to me. It's like Tony Robbins says. I love that he says this, right? You have 3 questions that you can answer. What do you focus on, right? So where does your attention go? What does it mean to you, right? So once you focus on that thing, what does that experience mean to you? And most importantly, what do you do about it, right? For me, for example, 2 days ago, my dog got lost, right? He was literally lost. I was about to do sales all night or till the evening, and I got a call from my sister, distraught because she's looking for my dog. She was out with him. And I packed everything up. I ran over. I didn't run over. I sped at a very fast speed on the highway to get there. I would have been pulled over if there were any cops on the way, for sure. And I got there. And the question was, what do I focus on right now? Do I focus on the fact that my dog is lost and things are off and we don't know what's going to happen? And oh my God, this is crazy. Or am I going to focus on sales right now? Or am I going to focus on my girlfriend? Or no, I'm going to focus on the fact that my dog is lost, something is important, and my decisions right now matter. Number 2, what does it mean to me? It could have meant that, man, I'm never going to have that same experience with my dog again. I could have made it mean that, what's the math behind it? He's out in the forest somewhere. He's a black dog. It's dark outside. What are the odds I find him? I could have let it mean that I've already lost my dog. It's hopeless. I don't know what I'm doing outside. I should just sulk. No, I made it mean that right now is very important to act. I made it mean that I love this dog so much that I'll do everything in my power to find him. Right? I made it mean that this is right now the most important thing probably in my life for the next few hours. And the last thing was, what do I do about it? Could have sat there, and sometimes when people experience deep trauma or things that are stressful, they break down. It's like fight or flight. And some people flight. For me, it was a fight moment. I started to post all over Facebook. I joined every single missing dog and missing pet group, right? And I got the photos of him. I did the best copywriting in my life. His name, his location, his weight, everything, where he was last seen, what you can do, what numbers to call. I made it clear how to find this dog if you saw him, right? My sister went out and got some neighbors around. They were out driving around looking for my dog, right? We were out doing as much as we could. I was calling 311, which is a Toronto number for missing animals and things like that. I was getting ready to make a list of all shelters that I was going to be cold calling for the next couple of days over the next week or two, right? Daily, until I would wait until I call them and I'm like, hey, do you have this black poodle? Right? I was ready to act with massive action, right? And so this is the question I want you guys to ask yourself. Are you doing everything in your power, right? Based off the traumas and the things that have made your life really real. Are you doing everything in your power based on those moments to create a better life for yourself, to get closer to your goals? If you're not, make the decision today that you want to. And if you are, I want to commend you and give you a pat on the back if no one has, right? Guys, I know I covered a lot of ground in this video in a short 6 minutes, but I think it's been a very important topic. Really, the main thesis is allow these moments where life gets real to give you power, to give you strength, to give you energy, right? And it's all about what you focus on, what you make it mean, and what you do about it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it at all, liking, definitely commenting, subscribing always helps. But otherwise, just follow the stuff in my description. If you want to learn more about me and what I do, just watch some more videos. That's it, guys. Peace.